What's up, y'all? It's your girl Nikki from TSV TV coming back to you with another Tech Tuesday. If you haven't already, go back and watch the other video where I told you I broke my PC. It was just so many different things going on, from like blue screening to just like CPU fan errors, just randomly restarting or randomly just shutting off. So all of that is now fixed. I told you in that video that I dropped it off to one of my friends and he was able to fix it. It was not a lot, but a lot. You know, it's like one of those like small tedious things, like the smallest of small errors is like the issue. That's pretty much what we were dealing with, right? So yeah. So I finally have it. I finally have it back. I've already hooked it up, and let's turn her on. Already, like off top, I can already tell that is much better because it's quiet as hell. Like, I don't know what I did last time, but like it was definitely like loud. It just didn't, it was loud, like it was loud, and now I can't hear it at all. Like, it's like quiet as I don't know what, which is good. So while it's booting up and all of this, I'll just talk about some of the things that he said he noticed was wrong with it. So first he said was immediately when he turned it on, like the fans were spinning at 100 like rounds per minute. Like it was going around 100 times per minute, which made it super, super loud. So it was functioning at 100%, which it should not be doing unless it needs to do that in order to like cool the components of the PC. But it wasn't absolutely necessary. It was just something that it was doing. And he thinks, which I possibly agree with, that I like altered something in the BIOS when I was having all those issues, and I was just like Googling possible resolutions and just changing things based on what people were saying that, you know, they did to help things work. So that was the first thing. Another thing is that he thinks it could be possibly, my GPU could be possibly throttling just because I have it mounted vertically and some of the airflow isn't going to be the best as versus if it's, you know, horizontally mounted. So he said, but that one shouldn't be as big of a deal as some of the other issues were. But it's something to consider going forward. But I told him I appreciate, you know, him telling me that, but I care more about the aesthetic, which is really bad. And we were talking and laughing about that, but it is what it is. He doesn't think that that's like a huge factor in it, but it's just something to consider. All right, so the next thing was cable management. Y'all, I didn't even show, I don't think I even showed it in the very first video, but if I can find a clip of it, I'll put it here to show you. But if I can't, then yeah, just trust me when I say there was no cable management. In the back of this PC, that thing was just like, everything was just thrown together. It just was what it was. I put some of the stuff together because with the lean fans, they connect, so you don't really have that many cables. But so I like pulled these two fans and these two groups of fans, and I just, you know, had it routed from this side and down here going to just like the middle, and I had them zip tied together. And so he just did some better cable management, which I haven't even checked out, so I might check it out, and if I do, I'll definitely put in a picture right here so you can see it. But if not, then I'm pretty sure it's much better. Another thing is that he disconnected the fans. Well, go back. He installed these fans because so all of these are the Lee SL120 fans, and originally I had just the stock radiator fans, and I didn't really want that. I mean, it was fine, but like these fans, they look just like this, where the RGB is at the top and the bottom, whereas the stock radiator fans were just RGB on the actual blade itself. But I kind of like this one because it's more minimalist with just the lights here. So yeah, so going back, so from that, once he installed those fans, he disconnected all the fans from the motherboard, and he just plugged it into, well, disconnected it so that it's not controlled by the motherboard itself. It's controlled through a USB port on the motherboard, which I can then use like L-Connect or any of the other apps on here to actually control it. So it's just another way to make sure that I'm actually aware of what I'm doing to modify my PC and how it will ultimately affect its performance. So that's that. All right, so the next thing he installed was the Heaven benchmark, and I'll put a link down below, and I'll also like put a little picture here so you can see what it looks like. He installed that, and he just ran it for a couple of hours. He said he actually left it on for about 4.5 hours just to see if it would like shut down or anything like that, and it didn't. And it just, you know, the benchmark numbers came back good, and it didn't shut down, which is really weird because it would just randomly shut down. Like by now, it would have shut down already, and it would have been loud. So we're already doing good. All right, so yeah, so going back, let me go back actually. So when he first got it, he said he just turned it on and it shut down several times. I mean, I already told him that was gonna happen, so he was expecting that. But before even doing anything, before looking at or trying to install any new software or any of the new fans, he just like turned it on and just let it run. And then when it would crash, he would boot it back up and look at the diagnostic report to see what was the last thing that happened right before it shut down or as it shut down. And from there, he was just like, it's not really much. It's just like shut down. It was just like running perfectly fine, and there was no huge indicator of like something, a program either pushing it too much or is not having enough power, because I do have an 850 watt power supply, so power shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, so it was just weird. I just feel like it's like I said earlier, it's just like a small tedious little thing that just like plays a role in impacting the whole system overall. But so far so good, y'all. So far so good. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood, this doesn't happen again. So yeah, I am absolutely ecstatic to have it back. I am happy that it looks amazing. It's just like, it looks absolutely amazing. And you can't go wrong with that, right? You just can't. All right, y'all, so my PC isn't broke anymore. Like, I'm so happy about that. Like, you don't understand. Like I said, y'all, I hadn't had my PC in like 2 weeks. That's a long time. Like, not even to play Warzone or anything like that. It's just like I use it, you know, for productivity, for stuff like that. If I'm at work, sometimes I'll, you know, have this running some of the other software like Excel, Tableau that I need, and I also have my work laptop here, and I'm, you know, just going back and forth doing what I need to do. But it just slowed a lot down. But now we're back in business. We're back in business. So super excited about that. And yeah, so fingers crossed again. Fingers crossed. I don't have these issues anymore. This is the first time I've booted it up since plugging it back up. And so far so good. So if I have any issues, I'll definitely make another video to let you guys know. But for now, we're good to go. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.